Hello friends, in today's video we are going to discuss introduction to microprocessor. Before we go to the topic, we should understand why we should study the microprocessor, why we should know about the microprocessor. Microprocessor is one of the exciting technological innovations since the appearance of transistors in 1948. This wonder device has wide applications. The microprocessor applications range from sophisticated process control to simple gaming machine, and it is even used in toys. So it is imperative for the students of electronics and computer science to know about microprocessor. In today's video, we are going to see the brief introduction of microprocessor with the objective. The objective of this video first is what is microprocessor. Then what it can do. What it can do. And then third objective is how it fits into the system. And the last objective is how overall system and its components. So if we understand this, then you can go in deep study and design the components in the system. Now we are starting with what is microprocessor. So before we see what is microprocessor, let us first understand what is microcomputer. A microcomputer is a computer with microprocessor as its central processing unit or CPU. It includes memory and input-output devices. It is a small computer. Microprocessor is a part of microcomputer. Now let us understand what is microprocessor. The word microprocessor comes from the combination of micro and processor. Processor means a device that processes. Now in this context, it means processing binary numbers, zeros and ones. Then to process means to manipulate. And in this context, we are going to process the numbers by performing arithmetic and logic operations. Then the second word, that is micro, refers to microchips. It was invented in early 1970s. Earlier in 1960s, the processors were made of discrete elements. These devices were very slow and large in size. But when the microchips were invented in 1971, it was possible for the processors to be put on a single chip of silicon. These were very small in size, thousands of times smaller in size, and hundreds of times faster. Thus, the microprocessor was born in 1971. Now, let us see the definition of microprocessor. The microprocessor is a programmable device that takes in numbers, performs on them arithmetic and logical operations according to programs stored in memory, and then produces other numbers as a result. So this is the basic definition of a microprocessor. Now let us understand the different words which are important here. Programmable device. When we say programmable device, it means we can change the instructions or programs supplied to it, and accordingly it will change its operations. For example, if we give the program for adding two numbers, it will add two numbers. But if we give another program for multiplying two numbers, it will multiply. Thus, it is a programmable device. Then secondly, the second important word is instructions. Each microprocessor is designed to perform certain operations. A group of operations is called instruction set. Now this instruction set will decide what microprocessor can do and what it cannot do. Now let us understand a computer system. A computer is a machine that processes data to generate information with speed and accuracy. The basic block diagram of computer is shown on the screen. The computer comprises of four basic units or subsystems. First is the CPU. It is the brain of computer. It executes the programmer's instructions and controls the memory, input and output devices. Second is the input devices. Input devices are used for feeding data into the CPU. Example of these devices are keyboard, toggle switches, mouse, card readers, analog to digital converters, etc. Then the third block is the output devices. The output devices are used for delivering the result of processing to the outside world. Examples of output devices are monitor screens, printers, plotters, digital to analog converters, etc. The input-output subsystem allows the computer to communicate with the outside world. Then fourth block is the memory. The computer system has a storage area called memory. Memory stores the information to be processed by CPU. This information consists of programs as well as data. Memory usually consists of random access memory or RAM and read-only memory or ROM. A microprocessor is an integrated circuit IC designed to function as a CPU of a microcomputer or a small computer. Now let us see what is inside a microprocessor. A microprocessor or CPU reads each instruction from the memory, decodes it and executes it. It processes the data as required in the instructions. The processing is in the form of arithmetic and logical operations. To perform all these functions, the microprocessor incorporates various functional units in appropriate manner. Such an internal structure or organizational structure of a microprocessor which determines how it operates is known as architecture. A typical microprocessor architecture is shown on the screen. The various functional units are as follows. First is the ALU, then second is control, third is register array. The ALU is used to perform add, subtract, AND, OR, XOR, compare, increment and decrement functions. The ALU cannot perform any function without control signal. The control operation is done by the control unit. Registers are used for holding data while it is being manipulated. Now, let us understand how all this works. To execute a program, the microprocessor reads each instruction from the memory, decodes it, and then executes it. So, in order to use right names for the cycles, the microprocessor fetches each instruction, decodes it, then executes it. This sequence is continued until all instructions are performed. The buses are used for interconnecting various blocks. A bus has a wire or line for each bit, that is binary digit, and thus allows exchange of a word, that is 8 bits or 16 bits, in parallel. The buses can thus be viewed as data highways. The width of bus is the number of signal lines that constitute the bus. There are 3 buses. The address bus carries the address of memory or I/O device. The data bus is used to send and receive data, and the control bus is used for transmitting and receiving control signals between microprocessor and various devices in the system. Hope you have understood various devices and its place in the system. In this video, we have seen brief introduction to microprocessor and various components in the computer system. We have also discussed what is microprocessor, what it can do, and how it works. Now you can further study the details and design of components individually. In the next video, I will be covering the topic 8085 in brief. If you like the video, kindly hit the like button and share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos on engineering and technology. Thank you.